Dr. C here. So we're gonna start our experiment and we're actually gonna start with part A. So part A is looking at acid-base indicators. And so we're going to look at an indicator that goes from yellow to violet based on acids and bases. So our first step here says to add about 5 mils of distilled water to a regular test tube. So graduated cylinder, and I'm gonna add, it says about 5 mils. We are doing, this is a qualitative lab, so you can see about 5 mils, okay? So this is a qualitative lab, and so all we're doing is kind of looking at color changes, seeing what happens in our test tubes. So we're not really concerned about the specific amounts. All right, so test tube. So then it says add a few drops of methyl violet indicator and report the color of the solution to the data page. So if you come to your data page for part A, we want to know what is the color of methyl violet in water. So you can see methyl violet, hence the name violet, is purple right now. And so I'll put a few drops. Here, let me set that down. It's like stuck. There we go. And I'll put a few drops and then I'll pick it up for you guys. So you want to note this color on your data sheet. All right, so the next part of our experiment is talking about how could we force the equilibrium to shift. So our two colors are violet and yellow, so how can I shift it? And we want to work with 6 molar reagents, and so we're going to see what works and what doesn't work. So our goal with the first part is to shift to yellow. So I have some choices of reagents here. The first one I'm going to do is sodium hydroxide. And so I don't think you've got to this part in lecture yet. This is a base. And here's the formula. And we're doing 6 molar. So let's see what happens when I add this guy. Nothing. So doesn't work, so now I need to try something else. So this is the goal for this step, is to try something else. So this time I'm going to try an acid. So this is nitric acid, hence the name, it's an acid. Here's your formula, and 6 molar. So let's see what happens if I add an acid. Base didn't do anything, so let's see what happens with the acid. Add a little bit more. There we go. So originally when I added it, you could see it was going from the purple to this yellow color, but it was kind of like a little bit of a blue-green because I didn't add enough. So here we go. So yellow. So on your second part of your data sheet, it says what caused the shift to yellow. So if you didn't write that down, this was the nitric acid. Now we want to shift back to violet. So we know that the acid went to yellow. We know that the base didn't do anything. So what if I do the base now? Let's see what will happen now. It's kind of a blue color. If I add some more, it'll keep shifting the equilibrium. So we're shifting our equilibriums is what we're doing. So here we go. Now we got that nice purple color. All right, so on the next part, you want to say what shift to the violet. That was our base. And then number 4 is for you to look at our equilibrium and for you to kind of explain why did it go to the yellow? Why did it go to the violet? What caused it to shift? And to kind of think through, we know what the answers are, what shifted it, what happened, but now you need to explain why. And so that is the end of part A. In the next video, we'll do part B.